Welcome, everyone. Let's dive into the fascinating world of match sourcing and database management, where your network really becomes your net worth, right?
Yeah, exactly. I've been thinking about how matchmakers blend a science and an art. It's like they're cultivating relationships one contact at a time, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's like a two-step approach. First, you go hunting actively for matches. Then later, you harvest that rich network over time.
Yep, exactly. Right. And what really stands out is that match sourcing isn't just about cold outreach, but also about tapping into inbound channels like your website, events you host, and even PR.
It's like you set up your digital presence as a magnet for quality singles. You personally invite people, capture their info with a clear intake form, and then store it in a detailed CRM.
Yeah. And speaking of CRMs, it's interesting how, say, Matcher is designed specifically for matchmaking. It unifies client and candidate management all in one place. This really saves time.
Right, it's like having a LinkedIn for love where every profile isn't just a contact, but a carefully curated story. And the system even uses AI to suggest potential matches, which is super cool.
Very cool indeed. Yeah, but I get a bit curious about the ethical challenges that come up. For instance, how do you handle sensitive data and ensure true consent? Some say it's a minefield.
That's a great point, and it's non negotiable. You need explicit, informed consent before storing or sharing anyone's info. I mean, imagine adding a person to your pool without a clear yes. That could completely
Right,
backfire.
exactly. Exactly. And the whole philosophy is that data minimization should be in place too. Gather just what you need and nothing more to avoid risk.
Yeah, precisely. It reminds me of cooking. You only add the ingredients you need, or else the dish won't taste right. And to add to that, regularly updating your candidate profiles is crucial. Nothing like stale data to mess things up.
True that. Now let's talk about the sourcing mindset. The content really highlights this shift from, hunting as in headhunting and then harvesting like a gardener with an ever growing network.
Right, it's like you do both. You aggressively search for a target match for a client while also nurturing a reservoir of contacts that can generate warm leads later on.
Exactly. Warm introductions beat cold outreach every time, right? And then there's the need to track everything meticulously. Every candidate, every outreach, every follow up gets logged in your CRM. It's um not just data entry, it's storytelling really.
Yes, it's your single source of truth. A well organized database includes basic profiles, match preferences, screening details, and even
Definitely
feedback
those
loops
feedback
from
loops are
dates.
like mini postmortems for each match. I like that analogy. A post match review session to learn what worked and what didn't. It's almost like being a coach for relationships.
Exactly. It also ties into the importance of quality over quantity. It's not about amassing thousands of contacts, it's about having a carefully curated list where you actually know the
Right. You'd
candidates.
rather have, say, 500 great profiles than 5,000 unknown ones. Totally. And when it comes to finding candidates, the channels span from inbound methods, like online content and events, to outbound headhunting through LinkedIn, clubs, and even daily life encounters.
Yeah, and sometimes spotting a promising single in the coffee shop or while out with friends can be a game changer. Just approach with genuine respect and tact.
Absolutely, a little personal touch can make the big difference. I'm also fascinated by the partner ecosystem aspect. Collaboration among matchmakers or with dating coaches and image consultants really seems like an effective way to grow your pool.
That's so true. It's like forming a team. You share referrals, split fees, and amplify your reach. And it's not competitive. Rather, it's a network where the pie grows when you share.
Right, collaboration over competition, always. But I do wonder, don't you see potential pitfalls in like the risk of duplicate candidates or overlapping roles? It might get messy.
That's a fair point. The content suggests a first introducer rule or having clear partner agreements to avoid disputes and protect candidate dignity.
Yeah, because nobody wants to be treated like a repeated entry on someone's list. Exactly. It all boils down to clarity and consistent documentation, especially by using templates like the candidate intake form and referral submission forms.
Right. And those templates not only streamline the intake process, but they also set a professional tone and ensure um, all critical data is captured, like key demographics, values, and even photo permissions.
Absolutely. Having a structure means fewer surprises later on. Speaking of structure, the daily, weekly, and monthly routines mentioned are essential. I mean, sourcing isn't a one off activity, it requires constant nurturing.
Yeah, it's like going to the gym. Consistent workouts yield symptoms later. Daily outreach, weekly events, and monthly reviews make sure your pipeline never dries up.
Right, consistency is key. I really like how they equated that to running a data cleanup session, which is like deduplicating your contacts and checking if the info is up to date.
Exactly. Without that, you risk approaching the same person twice or using outdated profiles, and that can severely damage
Yep,
trust.
imagine the embarrassment of contacting someone twice. Now, one aspect that stands out is the integration of technology, like using Matcher Trademark. It takes advantage of AI to not only manage the database, but actively suggest potential matches.
Right. It's like having a smart assistant who scans through thousands of profiles, saving you precious time. But remember, the matchmaker still makes the final
Exactly, the
call.
human touch remains irreplaceable. I agree, but don't you think relying on AI might sometimes lead to over reliance on algorithms, possibly missing out on some subtle human cues?
That's a valid concern. I believe it's all about balance, the AI suggests, but the matchmaker, with their intuition and experience, makes the final selection. It's a collaboration between tech and human
Yeah, that balance
insight.
is crucial. And then there's the matter of data privacy, especially with laws like GDPR and specific US state requirements. This is not a trivial matter, is it?
Oh no, not at all. Every candidate's consent, data minimization, secure storage, and even scheduled data deletion policies are all essential. Imagine the nightmare if a data breach occurred in this sensitive business.
Absolutely. Trust is everything here. Right. And beyond legal compliance, it seriously shows respect for the candidate's dignity. It's like saying, your personal story is sacred.
Yes, and by maintaining a secure, clean database, matchmakers not only meet legal requirements, but also build a reputation of reliability and professionalism.
For sure, a strong reputation is like the backbone of the business. I also find it interesting how the sourcing strategies adapt regionally. For example, the differences between the US, Europe, and Asia. That really shows how cultural nuances play a role, doesn't it?
It totally does. The sourcing channels, privacy expectations, and even interpersonal approaches can vary widely, but the core principles, integrity, consistency, and respect, remain the same everywhere.
Exactly. A matchmaker's ethics shouldn't change by geography. So, to wrap up, it really seems that effective match sourcing and database management involves a blend of smart tools, consistent routines, ethical practices, and genuine human connection. It's both an art and a science, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's an ongoing dynamic process that requires both data driven insights and the personal touch that only a real matchmaker can provide. That's how you create those amazing success stories.
And that's what transforms a good matchmaker into a great one. Absolutely. Thanks for this insightful discussion. It's been really enlightening to break down the strategies and best practices behind building a winning matchmaking network.
Thank you too. And remember, folks, whether you're hunting for your next big client or cultivating a thriving network, your diligence and ethics are what power the journey to love. Happy matchmaking.